Founder mode plus fractional work. Is that an oxymoron? Like, does that make any sense at all? I mean, this idea of founder mode and going all in, staying all in, even into the later stages of your company, that's one concept. Sounds like it doesn't jive with this idea of having somebody working half-time or quarter-time. So let me show you how it worked for me in practice and why I think it actually works and works really well. So no, it's not an oxymoron, so I'm going to cross that out. Actually, what this has to do with is the differentiation between your core team. So your core team, you've got your founders, and then oftentimes, you have a couple of early employees that are building on top of that. In the case, of Hidden Levers, my last company, and in the case of Fraction, currently as well. At Hidden Levers, we had 2 founders sharing that role. At Fraction, 3, so myself and 2 others. And so we're sharing a lot of those sort of core responsibilities and delivering every day on that. And hey, we're all in. But beyond that, well, when I was building that last company, Hidden Levers, who was our first hire beyond the 2 full-time people? It actually turned out it was a fractional engineer, and in particular, it was a fractional integration engineer. So fractional integration dev, that's what that person was doing. And that worked out incredibly well, being able to tap into expertise and at a rate that we could afford, since we didn't have the capacity at that moment to hire a full-time developer. So tapping into someone fractionally to do that integration development, because we had a lot of software partners at that point that were lined up. This is after we've gotten MVP out in the market, we're selling, we've got demand from customers to integrate with their various, other software platforms that they're using. And we just needed to get that problem done get that work done, while at the same time, at that time I was technical co-founder, at the same time I was pushing feature work forward. And so fractional integration dev worked really well there. Who was our next hire? So we made that hire. That person stayed on fractionally for 9 years. Who was the next hire after that? So it actually turned out it was another fractional person, and this fractional person was a full stack developer. And that worked great as well, because remember, I was the technical co-founder, CTO, CEO, so I was owning, what is this roadmap going to be, and delivering a lot of core capabilities around that. It really helped to have a full stack developer who could help implement that vision. In addition, I'm still writing code every day at that point in the company's history, but having a full stack developer who could augment that fractionally, that helped. And guess what? This fractional full stack person later became our full-time CTO. So that was an example where it can be a stepping stone, and that person came in and became our full-time CTO. So just to give you an example of early on at my last company, we were absolutely in founder mode. We were going all in many cases, working those 6 and 7 day weeks that you hear about, and working, until past midnight at times, whatever it took. But we were able to successfully augment that with the right skills, and the ROI on that approach, once we added it to a core team that was already in place, was very high. That's how founder mode and fractional can work together.